Hello everyone, I am Khanam and in this tutorial we are going to make this completely responsive website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, here you can see here I have this nav bar, and inside this nav bar I have this logo, list items, and I have one button here. Okay, now here inside this section I am having this background image. Here I have some text, here I have this buttons. Okay, whenever I hover on this, you can see my background color is getting changed and also my border color is getting changed and also text color is getting changed. Okay, below this section I'm having this section, and inside this, okay, I'm having this 3 cards, and whenever I hover on these cards you can see its size is getting increased, and whenever I hover on this button, background color and the text color is getting changed. Okay, this is how we are going to create. And next I have this R article session, and in this I'm having this image, and next I have this session, and below this I'm having the reverse of that, and below this section I'm having this expert session, and inside this I'm having this 4 cards, and in this the data of teachers is being displayed here. Okay, now below this I'm having this enrollment procedure, how to enroll to this particular course. I'm having this icons. Okay, this icons I got from Font Awesome, and below this I have here footer. Okay, download app, and these icons also I got from Font Awesome. Now we are going to create this website. I'll just inspect this one. Now you can see here it's completely responsive, and in my smaller screen devices I'm getting this hamburger. If I just scroll down, you can see here my cards. Okay, it's completely responsive, and here in my smaller section this image I am just giving as display none so that it will not be visible in my smaller screens. Okay, now in smaller screen devices experts, you can see this image has come inside this card, but in my larger screen devices, if you see here, okay, my images are on top. I'll just inspect this one. Now here you can see here this is my enrollment procedure, and here I have this footer. Okay, it's completely responsive. Now you can see when I click on this hamburger, I am getting this list items here: home, about, gallery, blogs and services. Okay, I have given this transparent, and also background is visible because of transparent. Once I click, it goes. Once I click on this, it will come, and it is having the opacity. Okay, I have given some transition, so it's coming like this. You can see transition effect I'm having here. Now I'll just increase my width. You can see the size that's getting adjusted by itself. Now in particular screen I'll be having 2 cards, and below I'll be having this 1 card. Okay, here I am having this 2 cards, and here also I have this 2 cards, and here I am having this 2 sections here. And in my larger screen devices I'll be having 3 cards, and I'll be having this output. Okay, now I'll just come down. I'll just reduce this one. I'll come down. I'm just going to reduce this. Now if you see here, I am having this. Now you can see here in my smaller screen devices, I'll just come to Moto. It's like this, and in my Galaxy I'll be having this output. In Pixels I'm having this one. In Pixels 2 I'm having this one. Okay, it's completely responsive. You can see here it's completely responsive. I'll just come to iPhone, Surface Duo, Galaxy Fold. Okay, now we are going to create this website. Okay, completely responsive website. Now we are going to create this completely responsive website using only HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so let's get started, and before moving further I'll just show you my folder. Now you can see here I have this online tutorial folder, and inside this I'm having this images folder, and here I am having few of the images which I'll be using in my project. Okay, before writing any code, first I'll be linking Font Awesome, and then I'll be using Google Fonts. I'll just import some of the fonts which I'll be using in my project. Okay, now I'll just come here. I'll search for Google Fonts. And also I'll be searching for Font Awesome. Font Awesome CDN. Okay, these 2 tabs I need. I'll just come to my VS Code editor, and inside this I have already showed you I have this images folder. Here I'm just going to create one file. I'll give my file name as index.html, and also I'm going to create one more file for styling. I'll just give my file name as style.css. Okay, instead of creating this file, I'm just going to create folder now. I'll give my folder name as CSS, and I'll just move this style.css inside my CSS folder. Now inside my root I'll be creating one more file. I'll just give my file name as script.js. Okay, now I have three files. Okay, first I have this index.html, script.js, and inside CSS folder I'm having this style.css. You can create separate folder for JavaScript, but as of now I'm just creating separate file. I'll just close this one. I'll also close this, and also I'll be closing this welcome page. Now inside index.html, first I'll be writing this boilerplate. Here I'll just change the title. I'm just going to give here online tutorial. I'll save this. I'll copy this path, and here I'll be pasting the path. Now here if you see here, my title is being changed to online tutorial. I'll come to Google. I'll just come to Font Awesome CDN. I'll just open this first link. I'm just going to copy this minified version of CSS. I'll just copy this link, and below this title I'll just write one comment. I'll be writing here Font Awesome CDN. Okay, below this I'll just paste that link, and from here to here I'll just remove this one. I don't need this. I'm just going to remove that, and below this I'll be writing one more comment. I'll just write here CSS links, and here I'm just going to link my CSS file that is inside my CSS folder, and I have style.css. Now here before body ends I'm just going to write one comment. I'll be writing JavaScript file, and below this I'll just write here script tag, and inside src I'm just going to write my JavaScript file name script.js. I'll save this. Now I'll just come to style.css, and I'll be searching for Google Fonts, which I'll be using in my project. I'll just come to Google Fonts, and from here first I'll be searching for DOSIS. You can see here I have this font family. I'll just click on this, and from here I'll be selecting this one 300, and next I'll be searching. I'll just do browse fonts, and here I'll just write here Liber, and I'll be selecting this one. I'll just select this one. I'll just select this style from here, and also I'll just do browse font. I'll select for Poppins. I'll click on this, and for Poppins I'm just going to select 200, this one, and also 300. Next I'll do browse fonts. Last I'll be selecting one more font. I'll just write here stylish, and here I'm having this font family. I'll just select this one, and for this I'm just going to select this one. Okay, now 4 styles I have selected, 4 font families, and here you can either link or you can directly import in CSS file. Okay, I'll be importing inside my CSS file. So here I have this link. I'll just copy this one. Okay, this import link, and inside style.css I'll just write one comment. I'll be writing here Google Fonts. Below this I'll be pasting that link, and here if you see here, you will be having all the font families here, all the 4 font families. Just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that font family. I'll just comment this one, and whenever I need I'll be using this font families in my project. Okay, we have just linked our Font Awesome link, Font Awesome CDN link. We have linked our CSS file and also JavaScript file. Inside style.css I'm just importing this 4 font families which I'll be using in my project. Okay, next I'm just going to create some CSS variables. I'll just give here root, and to create CSS variables we have to use these 2 hyphens, and whatever variable name you want you can just give here. I'll be giving black one, and for this I'm just going to give one RGBA value. I'll just give here 0, 0, 0, and opacity I'll just give here 0.8. Okay, this is how we are going to create CSS variables, and whenever we need we can just change the color here and it will be affected everywhere in our project. Okay, now I have already pasted the colors here. I have already pasted my variables. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, these 5 colors I'll be using in my project. If you see here, this color, this white color, everything I have used in my project here. Okay, these colors. So I'm just going to create CSS variables, and whenever I need this one I'll just use this variables. I'll save this. Now inside index.html, first part we are going to see now. I'll just close this, and also I'll be closing this. Now first we have this nav bar. We are going to create that one. Now inside index.html, below body I'll just create one comment. I'll just give my comment as section 1. Okay, now inside this section 1, first I'll be creating one div, and for this div I'll give the class name as container. Inside this div I'm just going to create my nav element, and for this I'll just give the class name as Navbar. Okay, you can give any class name, you are not limited to giving class name. And inside this Navbar, if you see, first I have this logo, second I have this list items, and third I have this button. So totally I have 3 children for my Navbar. Okay, now here first I'll be creating one div. I'll give the class name as Navbar Logo, and inside this I'm having one image. Okay, that is my logo. I'll just give my images folder, and inside this I'm having this logo.png. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see here I have my logo here. Now below this div container, this is the first child of my Navbar. Now second child is my list items, so I'll be creating UL, and inside this I'm just going to create 5 list items, li into 5, and for each list items I'm having anchor tag. So I'll just give like this, and inside anchor tag I'll just give here hash. Here I'm just going to give here hash. I'll just write the names here. First I'll be writing home, second I'll just write about, third I'll be writing gallery. Okay, you can give anything. Fourth I'll just write here blogs, and finally I'll just write here services. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see here my list items are here. Next I have this button. Okay, this is my third child of my Navbar. So for this I'm just going to create one more div. Below this UL I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as right side. Inside this div I have one button. I'll just give button. For this I'm just going to give the class name as btn. Inside this button I have get started. I'll just write that one, get started. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see here I have this button here. Now once we are done with our Navbar, we are going to style our Navbar now. I'll just come here, I'll just come to style.css, and here I'm just going to write this basic first. I'll be writing here margin 0, padding 0, and also box sizing to be border box. Box sizing to be border box, so that it will take the padding and the margins whatever I give. You can see now I have this padding 0, margin 0, and box sizing to be border box, because it should not take extra width for padding and margin whenever I give to my containers or whenever I give to my headings or paragraphs. Now below this I'll just come to index.html. I'll copy this Navbar class, and here I'll be pasting my Navbar class. For this first I'm just going to give background color. Background color I'll just give aqua. I'll save this. Now if I show you, this is my complete Navbar which is having the background color. Okay, only to explain you I am giving background color. Later on I am just going to remove background color once I give the stylings to all the children of Navbar. Okay, below this first I am just going to give this display to be flex, so that all the children will come in horizontal row. Now all are in vertical. As soon as I refresh this, you can see they have come in horizontal row, and the size of the Navbar is decreased now. Now below this I am just going to give one more property. I'll just give a justify content to be space between. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see whatever space I was having at the end, that is been divided between these elements. Okay, here I have, and here also I have some space. Now for my Navbar I'll just give maximum width. Maximum width I'm just going to give 1300 pixel. I'll save this. Now if I show you, you can see it has taken maximum width of 1300 pixel. Now to bring my Navbar in the middle, we have to give margin. Margin top and bottom I don't need anything. Left and right I'll just give auto, so that whatever space I am having at the end, this white color space, that will be equally divided between left and right. Now my Navbar is in the middle. For this I'm just going to give one more property, that is nothing but our align items. I'll just give here align items to be center. I'll save this. Now if you see the output, you can see these items have come in the middle and they are aligned properly. Now first I'll be styling my first style, that is my Navbar logo. I'll just come here, I'll just copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class. For my Navbar logo, first I'll just give the background color. Background color let me give red. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see this is my Navbar, and which is having the background color as red. Okay, for this I'm just going to give the width. I'll just give the width of 20%, which means that my Navbar is the parent and it is having 100%. Out of 100, my Navbar logo is taking 20% of that. Now I'll just come to my project. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see it has taken 20% and my color has come here. I'll just come to index.html. For this image, I'm just going to give one class. I'll just give my class as logo. I'll just copy this class, and here inside style.css I'll be pasting that class. And for this class, okay, now for this image my div is the parent, and for this div my navbar is the parent. So now this div is taking 20% of this 100%. Now for my image, this div will be having complete 100%. Okay, now for that I'm just going to give here width. I'll just copy this one. I'll be pasting it here. Now for my image, this is the child. So child will be having complete 100% of this. Okay, so it is going to take complete 100% of this, and out of that I'm just giving 20% for that. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see my logo is here, and here I have this logo in this size. So for that I'm just going to increase the width. I'll just give 40. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I have my logo here. Okay, now this div container, you can see the background color red. Okay, that is 20% of this navbar, and my logo is 40% of this one. Okay, of this red color. Okay, out of 100% is taking only 40% of this container. Okay, this is how you are going to divide. Now next I'll be styling my list item. I'll just copy this UL, and here I'll be pasting that one. And for my UL, first I'm just going to give display to be flex, so that all the children will come in horizontal row. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see all my list items are in horizontal row. Now below this, first I'll just give background color. Background color, let me just give orange. I'll save this. And now if I refresh this one, you can see my list item is only this much. My UL list is only so much. And also I'm just going to give one more property, that is list style type to be none. Okay, I don't want that dots to be visible, so I'm just going to remove that one. Now my dots are not visible. Now if I give here justify content property, justify content, let me just give here space between. I'll save this. Now if you see here at the end, I don't have any left out space. So when I refresh this, then also I will not be having any space. So I'll be having only this output. So to get space, I have to give the width. I'm just going to increase the width. I'll just give 45% of my navbar. 20% it has taken by my logo container, and 45 it is taken by my UL list. Okay, total 65 I have covered. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I am having this space here. Okay, now if I just remove this justify content space between, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see at the end I am having this orange color. Okay, this orange color, whatever I am having, that will be divided between this list items. Now I'm just going to give this justify content to be space between. I'll just refresh this one. Now I am having this output. Now I'll be styling my list items. Inside my UL, I want to style my list items. For this, I'm just going to give padding. Padding top and bottom, I'll just give here 0.5 m, and left and right, I'll just give 1 m. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, okay, this is the padding for my list items. Okay, let me just give here 0.5. And also I'll be giving background color. Background color, let me just give this pink. I'll save this plum. Now if I refresh this one, you can see this is my list item, and this whatever color you can see orange color in between, that is because of justify content space between, and this pink color is my list items. Okay, here you just have to give left top and bottom I have given 0.5 m, and left and right I have given 1 m. Now I'll be styling anchor tag. Inside UL I have anchor tags. I'm just going to style that one. First I'll just give this text decoration to be none, because whatever underline you can see here for my list items, this one I don't need that one. I'll just refresh this. Now you can see I don't have any underline for my list items. Now below this, I'll just give the color. Color, I'm just going to give my variable. I'll just give this black one. I'll save this. I'll just close this one. Now if I just refresh this one, now you can see the color is been changed. For this, I'm just going to increase the font size. Font size, I'll just give 1.1 rem. I'll save this. Now you can see here my font size has been increased. For this, I'm just going to give font family. I'll just come here. I'll copy this Poppins, and here I'm just going to paste that one. I'll save this. Now you can see here my font family is being changed for my list items, okay, for my anchor tag. Now next we are going to style our button. For my button I have given this div container. Now here I have this class. I'll just copy this class and here I'm just going to paste that class. For this I'm just going to give width I'll be giving 10%. I'll just give here 10. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see it has taken complete 10% of 100%. Now if I just give background color, let me just give here purple. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see it is taking complete 10%. Okay, here I have this button and here I am having this background color for that. Now I'll be styling my button. I'll just copy this class and here I'll be pasting that class. And for my button, first I'm just going to give padding. I'll just remove this slash from here. I'll just give padding. Padding means giving space from inside. Padding top and bottom I'll just give here 0.5 m and left and right I'll just give 1 m. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see from inside I got some spacing. Top and bottom I have 0.5 m and left and right 1 m. For this I'm just going to give the color. I'll just copy this same color and here I'll just paste that color. And also I'm just going to give font weight. Font weight I'll just give here 300. I'll save this. Now if you see here, my font weight is being increased. Now for this I'm just going to give font family. I'll just copy this font family and here I'll be pasting my font family. Below this I'll just paste my font family. Now if I refresh this one, you can see my font family is being changed. Now I don't need any background color. So background color I'm just going to give transparent, okay, because I don't need any color. I'll just save this one. Now if I refresh this, now you can see my background color is transparent. Because of that I can see this background color purple, whatever I have given for this div container, this one. Okay, now later on I'm just going to remove all the background colors. For this I'm just going to give box shadow. I'll just give box shadow. Horizontal I'll be giving -1 pixel. Vertical I'm just giving -1 pixel. I'll just give here spread 3 pixel. And I'll just give the color as light gray. I'll just come down. I'll just save this one. Now if I just refresh this, now you can see I'll be having slight box shadow for this. Now we are done with styling our nav bar. You can see here I have this nav bar here. Now we have to remove all the background colors. I'll just come here. I'm just going to comment all my background colors here, 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 here and here. Okay, all the background colors I have commented. I'll just come here. Now if I refresh this one, okay, this is my nav bar. We are done with our nav bar. Now we will move on to our next session, and once we finish styling all the sessions, we are going to make this website responsive at the end. Now here inside index.html I am done with my section 1. Okay, you can see inside section 1 I'm having this nav bar, and inside this I'm having this 3 children, logo, list items and my button here. Now below this I'm just going to create one, I'll just give one comment. I'll just give my comment as section 2. Now inside this section 2 we are going to create this one. You can see I have this background color, I have this heading. Okay, this learning and important I have wrapped inside span tag. Here I have paragraph and here I have this 2 buttons. Okay, now we are going to create this one. Now inside this section 2 below this one I'll just create one main tag, and for this I'm just going to give the class name. I'll just give the class name as main container. Inside this main I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as main container text. If you see here, first I have this h1. I'll just copy this and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just write h1, I'll just paste that one. Okay, for learning I'm just going to wrap inside span tag, and for this I'm just going to give the class, I'll be giving the class as heading. I'll just copy this closing span tag from here, and here I'll just close my span tag. Now and also I'm just going to do the same thing. I'll just give here span, and here also I'm just going to give span. I'll just copy this entire span tag and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of I'll just copy this important, I'll cut from here and here I'll just paste important. I'll save this, and now if I show you the project, you can see I'm having this learning how to learn is life most important skill. Okay, everybody has to learn this one. Now below this h1 I'm just going to create one paragraph. And for this paragraph, I'll just come here, I'll just copy this text from here, and here I'm just going to paste that text here. And for my heading, I'm just going to give the class, okay, because this heading I'm going to use many times, I'll just give the class name as title. Below this paragraph, I have to create buttons, so for that I'm just going to create one div, and for this I'm just going to give the class name as main container button. Okay, you can give any class names. Now I'm just going to create button into 2. I need 2 buttons, and for each button I will be giving the class name as btn, and btn class we have already styled, and all the styles will be applied for this button as well. For first button I'm just going to give here no more, and for second button I'll just give here contact us. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see all the styles of this button is been applied to this button as well. I'm having this contact us, no more button, this heading, and this paragraph here. Okay, now once we are done with our HTML, once we have defined the structure, now we are going to do the styling part. I'll just copy this main container class, and here inside style.css, I'll just write one comment. I'll just give my comment text as section 2. Below this, I'm just going to paste that class. For this, first I'll just give background color. Background color, let me just give this light gray. I'll just save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see this is my container, this is my main container. Now I'm just going to increase its height so that I can give the image. I'll just give height. I'll be giving 90 view height. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see it's taking 90 view height of the height. Okay, this container is taking complete 90 view height. Now I can give the background image. First I'll just give this linear gradient, okay, because I'm having this black color. You can see here I'm having this black color on top, so for that I'll be using this linear gradient, and inside this I'll just pass 2 colors. First I'm just going to give my variable, I'll just give black 1, and next I'm just going to give black 2. I'll just write here variable, I'll just give here black 2 hyphen black 2. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'm having this black layer on top of that background color. Okay, now here I'll just separate using comma. I'll be writing this URL. I'll be writing my image part now. Now my image is inside my images folder. Now I am inside style.css. I have to come outside this folder. So here I'm coming outside. I'll just come inside CSS folder, not inside CSS. I'll just come inside images folder, and inside this I'll just write image1.jpg. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'm having this image. You can see it's clearly my image is visible, and I have many images here. So to fix this one, we are going to use some properties now. I'll write background repeat to be no repeat, okay, so that my image will not repeat. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I have only one image here. Okay, but here if you see my image is covering entire 90 view height. I'll just give background position. I'm just going to give center. I'll save this, and now if you see my image is in the middle. I'm going to give one more property, that is nothing but background cover, not background cover, background size. I'm just going to give cover. I'll save this. You can see here background size I am giving cover. I'll just save this one. Now if I refresh this, you can see it's taking complete 90 view height. Now whatever text I'm having here, it's not visible, so I'll just give the color for this. Color I'm just going to give my variable. I'll just give here white 1. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see I'm having this color. Let me just give white 2. I'll just give white 2. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'm having this pink color here. I'll just come on top. I'm just going to change this white 2 color. I'll just copy this, and here I'll just paste that one. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'm having this white color here. Next I'll just give one more property. I'll just give text align. Text align to be center. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see my text has come in the middle, and here I'm having this output here for my text. Next I'm going to style my main container text. I'll just come here. I'll copy this class and here I'll be pasting that class. For this class I'll just give padding top and bottom I'll just give here 8 and left and right I don't need anything because already I have given text align to be center. So my text will be in the middle. Only from top and bottom I am just giving padding. Padding is nothing but giving space from within. You can see now I have space from above and below of 8 I'll come to index.html. I'll copy this title class and here I'll be pasting that title class. For my title class I'm just going to give font family. I'll just come here. I'll copy this stylish font family and here I'm just going to paste that font family. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see the font family has been applied to my title. I'll just increase the font size. Font size I'll just give here 3 rem. And also I'm just going to give text align. Text align if I don't give then also no problem. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now you can see here my font size has been increased and font family has been applied to my title. Now I'm just going to style my this one span tag. I'll just copy this class and here I'll be pasting that class. For this I'm just going to give the color. I'll be giving var and I'll just use main color. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see for learning and for my important I am having this color. Now if you see here, okay, now in my project if you see here, this is on my first line and this is in my second line. So for that I'll just give here break tag. After lives I am just going to give here break. I'll save this and now if I refresh my project, you can see I'm having this learning how to learn is life's most important skill. Okay, life also I'll just bring down. I'll just copy this BR from here and here I'll be pasting that one. After is I'll just paste my BR. I'll save this. Now if I just show you the project, I'll just refresh this one. Now I am having this learning how to learn is life's most important skill. For my heading tag, for my this span tags, I'm just going to give the text shadow so that I'll be getting border for my text. For this I'll just give text shadow. Text shadow I'll just give here -1 pixel horizontal, vertical 0 and color I'm just going to give white color. I'll just give white. And finally again I'm just going to give 0 horizontal, 1 pixel vertical. Color I'll just give here white. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see I'll be having this one. I'm just having this text border for my span tag. Now you can see here I have this different font family for my span tag. So I'll just give the font family for that. I'll just come on top and from here I'm just going to copy this font family and here I'll just paste that font family. I'll save this. Now if I just show you the output, you can see my font family has been changed for my span tag and here I am having this heading. Okay, here I have different font family and here I am having this font family. Later on I'll just change that one. Now inside my main container text, I'll just style my paragraph now. I'll just copy this class and here I'll be pasting that one. I want to style my paragraph. For my paragraph, I'll just give width to be 50%. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see it has taken complete 50% and my text is moved on my left side. You can see my text is moved on my left side. For this I'm just going to give font family. I'll just come here. I'll copy this font family from here and here I'll be pasting my font family. Next I'm just going to give margin. Okay, from top and bottom I'll just give 1 left and right I'll be giving auto. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see top and bottom I got 1 of margin and left and right auto, so that my paragraph has come in the middle now and also the font family is being changed. Now I'll be styling my buttons. I'll just come here. I'll copy this container class. I'll copy this one and here I'll just paste that one. For this I'll just give margin top of 2 I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see I got margin top of 2 for my button. Okay, before for my paragraph I was having 1 and here from 1 total 2 I'm having here. Now for this both buttons I'm having different styles. Okay, whenever I hover, okay, you can see here whenever I hover these styles are getting changed. So for this both I'll just add one more class here. I'll just give here button white. I'll just copy this class. I'll save this and here I'll be pasting that class. Okay, for this button first I'll just give border 2 pixel. I'll be giving double Color I'm just going to give white color. I'll just use my variable. I'll be giving here white 1. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see I have this border for my buttons. I'm just going to give the color. Color I'll be using my variable. I'll just give white 2. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see the color is being changed, and also I'm just going to give margin right. Okay, you can see my buttons are fixed here. So for that I'll just give here margin right of 1 em. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I have some spacing for my buttons, and also I'm just going to give padding so that I can increase the width of my button. Padding I'll just give from top and bottom, I'll be giving 0.3 em. Padding is giving space from within. Top and bottom I have given 0.3 em, and left and right I'll just give 1.2 em. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I have top and bottom of 0.3, and left and right I'm having 1.2 em. I'll just increase the font size, and I'm just going to give the button hover. Font size 1.1 rem. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see the font size has been increased, and because of that my padding is been adjusted by itself. Now next, whenever I hover on button, you can see whenever I hover, I'm getting this background color as white, text as black, and my border color as main color. Now I'll just copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class, and whenever I hover on this, I just want to change the background color. Okay, sometimes if we don't get suggestion, we have to type by ourselves. Background color I'm just going to give white 2, and color I'm just going to give black. Color I'll just give black 1. And next, finally I'm just going to give border. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of this white I'll just give here main color. I'll save this. Whenever I hover, hover, I'll just, now if I hover, you can see I don't have anything. I'll just refresh this one. Now whenever I hover, okay, my background color is not getting applied. I'll just see here, I'll just change that one. I'll just give here background color. I'll save this. I'll just save this one. Now if I just refresh this one, now whenever I hover, you can see my background color is getting changed, but here I don't have any transition. But here if you see, okay, it's coming lightly. Okay, here I have given some transition for my buttons, and here it's very quick. So for that I'm just going to give transition for my button. Here I'll just give transition. I just want to give to all whatever I have changed. I'll just give here 0.5 seconds, and I'll be giving easy in. I'll save this. Now I'll just refresh once. Now you can see transition is been applied, and it's very slow now. Okay, now we are done with this session. Okay, we are done with our second session. Now before moving further, I have to design here hamburger. Okay, in my larger screen my hamburger should not be visible, and in my smaller screen my hamburger should be visible. So for that I'll just come to index.html, and below this nav bar, okay, inside my section 1, below this nav bar I'm just going to create one comment. I'll just write here hamburger. Okay, below this I'll just create one div, and for this div, inside this div I'm just going to create 3 divs, div into 3, and for each div I'm just going to give the class as line. Okay, this is emit, and for first div I'm just going to give the class as 1, first line. For second I'm just going to give the class as 2, and for third I'll just give the class as 3. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see I don't have any effect because inside div container I don't have any content. Now if I just give here fszz, I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this content here. Okay, because I don't have any content, so here I don't have any effect. Now we are going to style this one, and then all the styles will be applied. I'll just copy this line class, and inside style.css, before my section 2, here I'll just write one comment. I'll give my comment as hamburger, and below this I'll just paste that class. I'll just create some room for this. Now inside this, first I'm just going to give the height. I'll just give 2 pixel, and also I'm just going to give background color. I'll just give here background color. Background color I'll be giving my variable, that is black 1. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, You can see here I don't have anything because I have to give the width. I'll just give width. Width I'll be giving 4%. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see here it's not visible, but here I am having this red. Okay, I'll just change the color. As of now, I'll just give background color. Let me give this light pink. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see this light pink color here. Okay, below my logo I am having this light pink color. That is nothing but my div. For this I am going to give position, so that I can give position. For this position I am going to give absolute. If I give position absolute to any of my containers, that will be relative to the parent, and my parent is nothing but my body. So I am just giving position absolute. For this I'll just give here top. I'll be giving 25 pixel, and also I'm just going to give right. I want on my right side. Right, I'll just give here 10 pixel. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see here after my button I'm having this line here. Okay, that is pink color, and all the 3 divs are stuck on top of each other, so I'm having only one line here. So now I'll be styling that one. I'll just come here. I'll just copy this to class. I'll just remove this extra spaces, and below this I'm just going to paste that one. I'll just give the top. I'll copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. Instead of 25, I'll just give here 31. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I have 2 lines now. Okay, for third line I'll just come here. I'll copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class. Okay, you can directly copy the font. Okay, you can directly copy the icon, and you can use that hamburger icon. I'm just explaining you how to create. Okay, if you want to create your own hamburger, you can just do like this. I'll just copy this top, and here I'll be pasting that one. Instead of 31, I'm just going to give 37. Okay, I have just increased by 6 pixels. 25 plus 6, 31 plus 6, 37. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'm having this hamburger here. Okay, this pink color. Now I'll just remove this background color from here. Instead of this, I'll just give this black background color. I'll just refresh this. Now you can see here I'm having this hamburger here. Okay, in my smaller screen devices, I'm just going to decrease its width. I'll just give 3%. I'll refresh this. Now I'm having my hamburger here, but I don't want it to display in my larger screen devices. It should be displayed only on my smaller screen devices. So for that, here I'll just come here, and for this I'm just going to give one ID. I'll just give my ID as menu bar. I'll just copy this ID, and inside my style.css, here I'll just write that ID, and I'm just going to give here display to be none. I'll save this. Once we are styling for responsiveness, we will be giving display to be block, and that time it will be visible. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see my hamburger is not visible. When we are using media queries, then we will give that display to be block, and that will be visible in my smaller screen devices. Okay, in my larger screen devices, I don't want it to display. Okay, that's all. We are done with our hamburger, we are done with our nav bar, and we are done with this session. Okay, you can see this hover is also working perfectly fine. Now we will move on to our next session, that is nothing but our block session. You can see I have this block session, and inside this I am having this 3 cards. Okay, now we are going to style this session. Now here inside this section 3, you can see I am having this heading. I have 3 cards, and whenever I hover, you can see my card size is getting increased, and whenever I hover on this button, I am having this style. Okay, now we are going to make this section. I'll just come to my project. Here if you see here, okay, my font family is different for this. So I'll just come here. Okay, whatever font family I selected previously, okay, I selected this one. I'm just going to select this style, okay, the second one. I'll just select this one, and here I'll be having this import link. Okay, I'm just going to import that. I'll just copy this one, and here inside my style.css, here below I'll just paste that one. Okay, and from here, from this link, I'll just remove this font family, whatever I was having previously. I'm just going to remove this, and this font family will be applied. Okay, now you can see my font family has been applied now. Now we are going to style this section. Okay, the third section. Now inside index.html, below this second section, I'll just create one comment, and inside this I'm just going to give here section 3. Below this I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as cart container. Okay, you can give any names for your classes. And inside this div, first I have h1. For this I'm just going to give the class name as title, and also I'm going to give one more class name, that is nothing but head title. Okay, for my mobile devices. Now here inside this, if I show you, you can see this R blocks and this learning whatever I am having here, the same styles is been applied. So for that, wherever I have this heading, okay, I'll just copy this entire span tag which is having the class heading, and inside this h1 I'm just going to paste that. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having here learning. Okay, I'm just going to change the text. I'll just give here our blogs. I'll save this. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this R blocks. Now below this you can see I'm having this entire div container, and inside this I'm having this 3 cards. Okay, so for that, below my h1 I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as cards, okay, which will be holding all the 3 cards. Now inside this div container I want 3 cards, so I'm just going to create div and I'll give the class name as card. Okay, here I have given the class name as cards, and here I'm just giving card. Okay, I'll just give in capital. I'll be using Pascal case. Inside this card you can see first I have image, then I have heading, then I have this paragraph, and I have this button. Okay, now we are going to write all the 4 things. I'll just write here image, and inside src I'm just going to give my images path. I'll just come inside my images folder and let me just give here image 1, and inside alt I'll just give here image 1. Below image I have one h2, and inside this h2 I'm just going to give here blog 1. Okay, you can give better headings here. Now inside paragraph you can see I'm having this text. I'll just copy this entire paragraph from here, and here I'm just going to paste that paragraph. Now below this paragraph I have button. For this button I'm just going to give here button. I'll give the class name as btn, and for this class name we have already styled that one, and also I'm just going to give one more class name to style for this button. Okay, I'll just give here button blog. Inside this button I'll just write here read more text. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, I'll just come here. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this image, heading, paragraph, and this button here. Okay, now in the same way I'll just format this document. I'll just configure prettier. Okay, now you can see this div container which will be having all the 3 cards, and this is my first card. Okay, now I'll just copy this entire div. This is my first card. Now below this I'm just going to paste that one, and again I'll be pasting that one. Okay, 3 cards I need, so I'm just pasting that one. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this image, text, button, image, text, and button here. Okay, I have this 3 cards. Now we are going to style this one. Before that I'm just going to change the text from here. Here I have blog 1. I'll just come on section 3, and this is my blog 1, and this I'll just give here blog 2 for this, and also I'll be changing the image. I'll just give here image 2. Next I'm having here image 3. I'll just give image 3, and also here I'll just give image 3. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I have different image. I have this blog 2, different image, and blog 3. Okay, now once we are done with our HTML, we are going to style this one now. Now here I'm just going to copy this class cart container. Inside style.css I'll come below, and here I'll just write one comment. I'll give my comment as section 3. Below this I'll be pasting that class, and for this class I'll just give some margin. I'll be giving margin top around 1 em. I'll save this. Margin is nothing but giving space from outside. Okay, now here if you see here I'm having this blocks, and I don't have any margin from above. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I got some spacing from above. Now here inside index.html I'll just copy this head title class, and here I'm just going to paste that class. For this I'll just give here text align to be center. I'll just give text align center. I'll save this, and now whatever text I'm having here, that will come in the middle. Now if I refresh this, you can see my text has come in the middle. Now next I'll be styling this cards, okay, which is having all the 3 cards. Okay, this div container is holding all the 3 cards, and now if you see they are on top of each other. Okay, I want in horizontal row, so for the parent I'm giving display flex. Here I'll just paste that class, and for this class I'll just give here display to be flex. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, whatever cards I'm having here, that will come side by side. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this 3 cards here, and here I have this horizontal scroll bar. Okay, now we are going to fix that one. Once I give this display flex, I'm just going to give some margin from above. I'll just give here margin top and bottom I'll give 1 em, and left and right I'll just give 0. And from here I'm just going to remove 1g. Now you can see whatever here I don't have any spacing. I'll refresh this one. Now from top I got 1 mm of margin and from bottom I got 1 mm of margin, and left and right I didn't get anything because I have given 0 here. Now I'll just come here, I'll copy this cart class. Okay, this cart class I'm just going to copy, and here I'll be pasting that cart class. Now for this cart class, first I'm just going to give the width. Width I'll be giving 25% out of 100%. For 3 cards I'm giving 25%, which means that I'm taking 75% of 100%. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see this is 25%, this is 25%, and this is 25%, but here it's taking extra. Now we are going to fix that one. Here for my parent I'm just going to give one more property, that is nothing but justify content to be space between. I'll save this. Now whatever space I am having at the end, that will be divided between these cards. Now you can see that is been divided between the card, and now you can see I'm having this card here. Okay, I have this perfect image, but here I'm having this horizontal scroll bar. I don't need that one. So we are going to fix our images now. Okay, before that, for my parent card I'm just going to give here X wrap to be wrapped, so that in my smaller screen devices it gets adjusted by itself. Okay, it is not going to give me horizontal scroll bar. Instead of that, it is going to come down. Okay, now once we are done with this, okay, we are going to style our image. I'll copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just style images. Okay, inside each card I'm having images, so I'm just going to style that one. For this I'll just give the width I'll be giving 100%. As soon as I give this one, now if I refresh this, now you can see each card is taking 25%, and for each image I'm just giving width as 100%, which means that for this particular card the width of the image is 100. And also I'm just going to give one more property, that is nothing but object fit to be contained, so that in my smaller screen devices my images should not get squeezed. I'll just give here contain. I'll save this. If I refresh this, I will not have any effect, but my images will not squeeze in my smaller screen devices. But here if you see here, my cards are here and space I am having at the left side, middle and on my right side. So for that, instead of giving this justify content space between, I'll just give here around. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see whatever space I was having, that is been divided between these elements, around the elements. Now here if you see, I'm having some box shadow for my cards, and also I'm having this hover effect. So we are going to style that one now. Inside my card, okay, inside this card, I'm just going to give box shadow. I'll just give this box shadow. Here I'll just give -2 pixel horizontal, -2 pixel vertical, and also 10 pixel blur. I'll just give here light gray color. Light gray. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this box shadow for all my cards. Now next, whenever I hover on this, the size should get increased. So for that, I'll just copy this cart class from here, and here I'll be pasting that one, and I'll just give it hover. Whenever I hover on this, I'm changing its scale. I'll just write hover, and whenever I hover on this, I'm just going to give here transform property. I'll just give here transform, and I'll give here scale. Scale I just want to increase 1.1. okay, by default we will be having 1. I'm just increasing by 1.1. I'll just refresh this one. Now whenever I hover, you can see it's getting increased, but it's very quick. But here in my project, if you see, it's very slow here, but here it's very quick. So for that, we are going to add transition now. Now inside this, okay, inside this card, I'll just add transition. I'll be adding here transition, and I'm changing only transform property. So I'll just write here transform, and time I'm just going to give here 0.5 seconds. Okay, you can give any time, but I'm just going to give 0.5 seconds. I'll just refresh this one. Now when I hover, you can see it's very slow and it's very smooth. Okay, here also I'm having the same thing. Okay, now once we are done with this, I'll just come to index.html. Now if you see here, for my text, for my paragraph, and for button, I have some padding here. So for that, what I'll be doing is, below my image, these 3 things I'm just going to wrap in one container. I'll just give the class name as text blog, and inside this I'm just going to paste all the 3 things. I'll copy this closing div container, and below my button I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, now from here I'm just going to copy this. Now if I just show you the output, I will not be having any effect. You can see I'm having the same output. Now I'm just wrapping that 3 things inside one div container. I'll just copy this class, and here I'm just going to paste that class. Now for this, I'm just going to give padding 0.5 m, 0.5 m, and also 0.5 m. Okay, this first 0.5 is on for top, this is for right, this is bottom, and this is left. Okay, these 4 values I have given. Now I'll just save this. Now if I refresh this one, now you can see I got some padding for all the 4 sides. Okay, now once we are done with this, I'll just give background color so that you will understand in more better way. I'll just give background color for this. Background color, let me just give here yellow. Its color. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, now you can see this is my div container which is having padding now. Okay, padding I have given and I got this padding. Now inside this text block, here you can see inside this div container text block I am having this h2. Okay, let me just give here h2. I don't need h1. I'll just give here h2, and also here I'm just going to give h2, and here also I'm just going to give h2. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, now you can see I'm having h2 headings here. Now once we are done with this, for this also I'm just going to give that class. I'll just come here, I'll copy this div container, and for my second block I'm just going to wrap that here. I'll paste that one. I'll just copy this closing div container, and here I'll be closing that one. And in the same way I'll just copy this div container from here, and for my third card also I'm just going to wrap entire thing in my div container. I'll just paste that one, and I'll just copy this div container from here, and here below this button I'm just going to close that one. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, now you can see all the cards are having that class name and I'm having this output. Okay, now we are going to style our h2. I'll just come here, inside this I'll just paste that one here. Inside this I want to style my heading too. For this I'm just going to give font family. I'll just copy this font family from here, and here below this I'm just going to paste that font family. I'll save this, and now you can see here the font family is been applied and I have this output. Next we are going to style our paragraph. I'll just copy this class, and inside this I want to style my paragraph. For my paragraph, first I'm just going to change the font family. Font family I'll just give this Poppins. I'll copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that font family, and below this I want to give the font weight. For this I'll just give font weight, let me just give here 200. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, now you can see here I got font weight of 200, and also font family is being changed. For this I'm just going to reduce the font size. Here I'll just give font size. Font size I'm just going to reduce 0.1, so I'll be giving here 0.9 rem. I'll save this. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see here the font size has been decreased. Okay, now once we are done with this, now we have to style our button. I'll just come here, I'll copy this button class from here, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Now for this button, first I'm just going to give margin 0.5 m on top and bottom, and left and right I'll just give 0. Now you can see here I don't have any spacing from above and below. I'll refresh this one. Now for my button I have some spacing from above and below. Next I'm just going to give border. For this I'll just give border 1 pixel. I'll just give here solid, and also I'm just going to give my main color, that is already I have defined that one. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this, you can see I have this border color. Now for this I'm just going to increase the font weight. I'll just give here font weight to be bold, and also I'm just going to decrease the font size. Font size I'll just give here 0.9 rem. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see here my font weight is bold now and my font size is 0.9 rem. Now whenever I hover on this, I want it to change. Okay, you can see here whenever I hover, I'm getting this background color, my text color is being changed, and also my border color is being changed. So for that I'll just copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that one, and whenever I hover on this, I want to change the background color. Okay, here I'm just going to write background color. Background color, let me just give here my let me just give the main color. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, okay, this one, I'll just refresh this. Now you can see whenever I hover, I'm getting this background color. Now I have to change the color. I'll just give here color. I'll be using my variable, and here I'll just give here white 2. And also I'm just going to change the border. I'll copy this border from here, and here I'll just paste that one, and instead of this I'll just give here black 1. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, now whenever I hover, you can see my color is getting changed, my border is getting changed, and also my background is getting changed. Now see, it's very quick, but here if I show you, it's okay, it's smooth and light. So for that we are going to add transition now. For this button I'm just going to add transition, and inside this I'm changing for all the things I'm applying for my background color, for color and for border. Okay, whatever I'm changing inside my hover, for everything I'm just applying this transition. Okay, transition for all I'm applying 0.5 seconds, and also I'll just give this easy in. Okay, this is the direction. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see it's smooth and it's very slow now. Okay, once we are done with this, I'll just remove this background color from here. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, now you can see we are done with our cards now. Okay, if you want you can just give more padding here for this entire card. Okay, this one, this entire card I'll just give here 1.5. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, now here if you see I'm having some margin here. Okay, if you want you can give some more. If I just give here 2, I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, okay, here I have 2 mm of margin for all my cards. Okay, we are done with our third section. Now we are going to make our fourth section. Now here you can see inside this fourth section I'm having this R articles. Okay, now whatever stylings I'm having here, the same stylings I'll be applying for this. Okay, here I have this 2 sections, first image and second this section, and below this I'm having the reverse of that. Okay, now we are going to make this one. Now inside index.html, below this section 3, okay, this is my section 3 which is having all the cards. Below this I'm just going to create one comment, and here I'll just give here section 4. Now if I just show you this section, okay, this is my article section. Okay, now we are going to make this one. Now here below this section I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as cart container. Okay, this class I have already styled that one. Okay, I'm just giving the margin for this class container, and inside this I'm just having the same heading. I'll just copy this from here. Okay, same stylings I'm having, so I'll just copy this entire heading from here, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, instead of R blocks I'll just write here R articles. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see below I'm having this R articles. Now below this you can see here, below this I'm having this div container, and which I'm having this 2 cards here. Okay, this is my first card, top card, and this is my second card. So for that, below this I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as article cards. Inside this card, okay, I'm having 2 cards. Okay, for that I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as article card. Okay, I'm just giving here singular, and below and top I have just given here plural. Okay, here I'm just giving singular, and inside this card first I'm having image. I'll just give here image. Now here I'll just give my images path. I'll just give images. I'll just give here image 5. I'll just refresh this one. Now here you can see I have this image. Now after this image I have this entire div container, and inside this I'm having this heading, paragraph and button. Okay, so below this image I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the same class whatever I have done before. I'll just give my class name as text block, and inside this I'm going to give one more class name, that is nothing but article text. Okay, you can give any class names. Okay, this text block class I have already defined here. Okay, so that all the styles will be applied now. Now if I just show you the output, you can see here I will not be having any effect, because inside that div I don't have anything now. I'll just come here inside index.html, inside this div. Now I am going to create h2. Here I'll just write here article 1. Article 1. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see here I am having this article 1, and all the styles has been applied for whatever I have given for this text. Okay, now below this I have this paragraph. I'm just going to create paragraph. I'll just write paragraph, and from here I'm just going to copy this entire text. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, next I have button. Below this paragraph I'm just going to create one button, and for this button I'll just give the class name button. I'll just give the class name as btn, and also I'll be giving btn block. Okay, this btn block I have already given here, and for this I have given the hover effect. So for that I'm just going to give the same class, and inside this I'll just give the text as read more. I'll save this one. Now I'll just come to my project. I'll refresh this. Now you can see all the styles whatever I have applied for this particular section. Okay, this section, all the styles has been applied to this particular section. Now whenever I hover on button, you can see this hover effect is also working. but here if you see here, my image is here, my text is here. Okay, now we are going to style that one, but before that I'll just copy this entire card. Okay, this div is having all the card, this entire card I'll just copy, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Now this image, I'll just copy this image from here, I'll cut from here, and below this div container I'm just going to paste that image. Okay, this div container is having all the right side and this will be having my left side. Okay, I'm just having two sections inside this div container. Okay, inside this card section, first I have image, second I have this div container which is having all the content, but below this for another card, first I'm giving this text and later I'm just giving this image. Okay, you can see first I have text and later I have this image. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this text heading and here I'm having this image. I'm just going to change the image. Here I'll just give 4 and here I'll just give article 2. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see I'm having this image and this image. Okay, images are different and also my heading is being changed. Now we are going to style this one and we will be making like this. I'll just copy this class and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, before that I'll just write here section 4 and here I'll be pasting that class, and for this class first I'm just going to give the width. I'll just give 90%, and also I'm just going to give background color. I'll just give here color, let me just give here red. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, okay, this is my card which is taking 90%. If I just don't give this 90%, then it will take complete 100%. You can see it's taking complete 100%, but here I'm having space from left and right, so I'm just giving here 90%. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see it's taking only 90% and rest 10% is here on my right side. Now below this background color, I'm just going to give margin. Margin top and bottom I'll just give here 1.5 em, and left and right I'll just give auto, so that my container will come in the middle. Now if I just show you here, now if I refresh this one, now you can see my container is in the middle and I got margin top and bottom of 1.5 em. Now I want this image and this text on side by side, so for that I'm just going to give here display to be flex. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see everything will come in horizontal row. Okay, now once we are done with this, they are not aligned properly. To align properly, I am just going to give one more property, that is nothing but align items to be center. Now if I refresh this one, now you can see my items are perfectly aligned with this. Now we are just going to style our image. Now I am just going to style my image. I'll just copy this class and here I am just going to paste that class, and I want to style my image. Okay, for my image I am just going to decrease the width. I'll just give the width as 30%. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see my image is taking 30% of the width and rest 70% is divided for my this div container, okay, which is having my title, paragraph and my button. Okay, I'll just remove the background color from here. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, now here I'm having this article section and here I'm having this image and this div container which is having all my content. Okay, once we are done with this fourth section, now we are going to make this expert section, and here inside this you can see I'm having this 4 cards and here I have this image and these are PNG images, and so for that I have given this, you can see my images are coming on top, and here I have this the normal thing, the heading, the paragraph and the button here, and also image. Okay, now we are going to see how to make this one. Now inside index.html, below this div container, I'll just write one comment. I'll just write section 5, and inside this I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as card container. Okay, whatever class name I have given for this, I'll just copy this class name and here I'm just going to paste that class name. Now inside this div container, first you can see I'm having the heading, okay, experts heading, and from here I'm just going to copy this entire thing. I'll just copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of this are articles, I'll just write here experts. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see below I'm having this experts. Now once I got this one, if I just show you this one demo project, here I have this entire div container which is having all the 4 cards. So for that I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as teacher cards. I'll just give that class name, and inside this I'm having 4 cards, so I should be creating 4 divs here. So I'll just create one first div here. I'll give my class name as teacher card, And inside this, first I'm having image, I'll just write image, I'll just give images path, and here I'm having this teacher1.png. Below this image, I'll just create one div, and for this div I'm just going to give the class name as text block, okay, because we have already styled this class, so I'm just giving that class name. And here for this I'm just going to give one more class name, that is nothing but about teacher. Now inside this div, first I'm having here h2, you can see here, first I'm having the name, then I'm having this one, then paragraph and button. Okay, now below this one, first I'll just create h2, and inside this, first I'm just going to write this first name. I'll just copy this Madhu Sharma, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Below this I'll just write one h4, and inside this I'm just going to copy this maths expert, and here I'll be pasting that one. Below this I'm having this paragraph. I'll just come here, I'll copy this entire paragraph from here, and here I'll be pasting that paragraph. And finally below this paragraph I have button, and for this button I'm just going to give the class btn, and also I'm just going to give the class button block, which will give me hover effect. And also for this I'm just going to give one more class name, that is nothing but button teacher. Okay, you can give any class names here. I'll just give here teacher. Inside this I'm just going to write here no more. Okay, that is nothing but no more about teachers. I'll save this. Now I'll just come to my project, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see I'm having this image, I'm having name, maths expert, paragraph and this button. Okay, now in the same way I want 4 cards here. You can see I'm having this 4 cards. So for that I'll just copy and paste this entire card, this div. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll be changing the images. Here I have this teacher 1, here I'll just give teacher 2, here I'll be giving teacher 3, and finally I'll just give teacher 4. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, now you can see below I'm having this teachers, and here I'm having this teacher 1 and 2. Now I'll be changing the image. Now here I'll just change the text. Here I'm having this Sailesh Mishra. I'll just copy this one, and inside my teacher 2 I'll just paste that one. And also I'm just going to copy this science expert, and here I'll be pasting that one. Next I'm having Suresh Mehta. I'll copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. And here I'll just copy this computer from here, and here instead of this maths I'll just paste that one. Finally I'll just copy this Ramesh Mishra. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. And I'll just copy this coding. I'll copy this one, and instead of this maths I'll just paste that one. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see all the names has been changed here. Okay, Ramesh Mishra, here I have Suresh Mishra, here I have this Sailesh Mishra, and finally I have here Madhu Sharma. Okay, now once we are done with this, once we are done with our HTML part, now we are going to make our, now we are going to make like this. Okay, so for that we are going to apply the styles. I'll come to style.css, and here I'll just create one comment. I'll give my comment as section 5. I'll just come to index.html. I'll copy this class teachers cards. I'll copy this one, and this div is having all my 4 cards. Okay, so this will be the parent. So for this parent I'm just going to give display flex. I'll just give here display to be flex. As soon as I give display flex, now you can see here what will happen. You can see all the cards have come in horizontal row, and I have this horizontal scroll bar. Okay, now we are going to fix that one. Before that I'm just going to give one more property, that is nothing but justify content to be spaced around. We have already seen what is justify content to be spaced around, and also I'll be giving here flex wrap to be wrap. Okay, in my smaller screen devices, if I reach that particular width, I should be coming down. Okay, I should not have any horizontal scroll bar, I should be coming below, and so that I'm just giving here flex wrap to be wrap. Here I'll just give margin from top I'll just give here 3M, and left and right I don't need anything. From bottom I'll just give 2M. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, now you can see from top I got margin, from bottom also I am getting this margin. But here if you see here, okay, flex direction I have given wrap, so that it's coming here. Okay, it's getting wrapped because it's not fitting in this particular area. Okay, so they have come below here. Okay, now we are going to fix that one. I'll just come to index.html. I'll copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class. Okay, for this class I'll just give here width to be 20%. As soon as I give width, now you can see here all the cards will come in horizontal row, and here I have this output. Okay, once we style the image, we will be getting all the images, all the cards in one particular section here. Okay, first I'll just style the image. I'll just copy this class and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just style the image, and inside this, for my image, I'll just give the width I'll just give here 80%. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see my images are taking 80% of the width, and I have this output and all my 4 cards in horizontal row. Now for this text card, I'm just going to give here text align to be center. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, now you can see all my content has come in the middle, and here I have this output. I'll just give padding top and bottom, I'll just give here 0, and left and right I'll be giving 0.5 em. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, okay, you will not see because I don't have any borders and background, but padding has been applied on my left and right side. Okay, if I just give here background color, and if I show you background color, let me just give this light green color. I'll just remove this padding. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see these are my cards. Okay, here you can see I don't have any padding on my right side, so here I'm just going to give that one. I'll just uncomment this. Now if I just refresh this one, now you can see I'm having some margin on my left side and also on my right side. So for that I'm just going to give that. Okay, later on I'm just going to remove this background color, and also I'll just give box shadow for this. Box shadow I'm just going to copy from my cards. I'll just do cards, and from here I'm just going to copy this box shadow, and here I'll be pasting that box shadow. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see here I'm having this box shadow for all my cards. Okay, now once we are done with this, we are going to style our paragraph now. Here inside this about teacher, I'll copy this one, I'll style my paragraph. I'll just paste that one, and I'll be styling my paragraph. Okay, here I have given this class name only to style my paragraph. Okay, this classes we have already styled, but here I have given to style my paragraph. For paragraph, I'll just give here margin. I'll just give 0.8 em on top and bottom, and left and right I'll just give 0. Now if I just refresh this one, now you can see for my paragraph I got padding on top and bottom of 0.8 em. And now once we are done with this, now we are going to style our images. We are going to make like this. So for that, I'll just come here, and for my image, first I'm just going to give object fit to be content, so that my images will not squeeze in my smaller screen devices, and I'll be getting exact same image. I'll just give border radius. Border radius I'm just going to give here 50%. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you will not see any effect because we have not given any margin yet. Here below this, I'll just give here display to be block. Display I'm just going to give block because by default our images are inline elements, so we can't give margin and padding for our images. I'll just come down, and for this I'm just going to give margin now. Margin top I'm just going to give here 0.3 em. Okay, so that it will move on top. Left and right I'll just give auto, and bottom I'll just give 0 here. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, now you can see my images have come in the middle, and also my images are on top. Okay, bottom I don't have any margin, and left and right is 0, so my images have come in the middle. Now finally we are just going to style our button. I'll copy this button class, and here I'll be pasting that one, and for this I'll just give the font size 0.9 em. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, now you can see my font size has been decreased for my button. Now I'll just remove this background color from here. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now you can see we are done with our experts card. Okay, if you want you can give some more margin here for this card. Okay, for this card I'll just give here margin. I'll just give it 3.5 em. Now if I refresh this one, okay, here I have this experts, here I have this 4 cards. Okay, now once we are done with this section, okay, now we are going to make this enrollment procedure. Okay, here you can see I'm having this 3 cards. Now we are going to design this one. Okay, this icons whatever you can see we got. Okay, this icons whatever you can see, I got this icons from Font Awesome. Okay, Font Awesome link we have already linked at the starting of this video. Now here we are going to use the icons from that particular website. Now inside index.html, below this articles, okay, below this experts, I'm just going to create one comment. I'll give the comment as section 6. Now for this enrollment procedure, if you see here, I'm having these 3 cards. Okay, these are the same styles whatever I have given for this. Okay, this R blocks also I'm having these 3 cards. So I'll just copy this entire section, and here I'm just going to paste that one, and instead of image I'll just give icon, and here I have this heading, and here I have this button. I'll just come to VS Code editor, and from R blocks section I'll just come on top, and this is my R blocks section. Okay, section 3, I'll just copy this entire thing from here, entire div container, and here I'm just going to paste that one. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, okay, you can see below my experts I'm having this entire R block section. Now instead of R blocks I'll just write here experts. I'll just remove this, and here I'll be writing experts. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see I'm having this experts. Okay, sorry, I have to write here enrollment procedure. I'll just write here enrollment procedure, enrollment. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, here you can see here I'm having this enrollment procedure. Now for this we are going to style our cards. Okay, here inside this cards, okay, which is having all the 3 cards, here I am having this first card, and instead of this image I'll just remove this image, and instead of this I'll be pasting the icon here. Okay, you can get this icon from Font Awesome. I'll just write this class, and inside this class I'm just going to write the icon name, that is nothing but FAS. I'll just give the class name here. Okay, I'm just giving this clipboard list. I'll just save this one. Now if I just refresh this, now you can see I'm having this icon here. I don't have image now. Now I'm just going to remove paragraph from here. This entire paragraph I'm just going to remove, and here I have this button. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this icon, here I have this heading, and here I have this button. Okay, for this I'll just give the class name. I'll just give here enroll card. This is my first card, and from which I have just removed the image and paragraph, and instead of image I have replaced that with icon here. Okay, now I'll just copy this same card, and instead of this I'm just going to paste that card. I'll just remove this from here. I'll be pasting it 2 times. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this 3 cards here, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now I'm just going to change the text. Instead of this H1, I'll just come here. I'll just copy this heading from here, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just paste that. Next I'll just come here. I'll copy this online payment from here, and below this I'm just going to paste that one. And finally I have this demo class. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this fill registration form, online payment and demo class. Okay, now we are going to style our icons, and we will be styling this section now. Okay, before that, instead of read more, I'll just write here, I just have here, I have get started here. Okay, instead of this one, I'm just going to write here get started. I'll just copy this text from here, and here I'll be pasting that one, and also here I'll just paste that one. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, here you can see I'm having this get started buttons. Here I have this heading, and now we are going to style this containers. Okay, here I'll just copy this class from here, and inside style.css, below this I'm just going to write one comment. I'll give my comment as section 6, and below this I'll be pasting that enrollment card. For this I'll just give here text align to be center. Text align I'm just going to give here center. I'll save this, and now my button you can see I'm having here. As soon as I refresh this one, all the icons, all the headings and buttons have come in the center. Now for this I'm just going to give padding. I'll just give here 1 I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, from inside I'll be getting padding of 1 mm. You can see top and bottom I got. Left and right it will not be applied because I have already given here text align to be center. Now once I am done with this, now I'll be styling my icons. Now inside this you can see I'm having inside this card, inside this div section I'm having this icons. For this I'm having FAS, for this I'm having FAS, and for this also I'm having FAS. But here I have not changed the icons. For all the 3 I'm having the same icon. So here I'll just change the icon names. Instead of this I'm just going to give my icon name, that is nothing but Amazon Pay. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, okay, here I didn't get the icon. Here I'm just going to give here FAB. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this Amazon. Here I'm having this Amazon Pay icon. Next I'm just going to give here laptop. I'll just remove this. I'll be giving here laptop. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now here I'm having this laptop, this icon and this icon. Okay, now I'll be styling my icons. So here you can see I'm having this FAS, FAB and FAS class. So for that, inside this, I'll just paste that one. I want to style FAS class, and also inside that particular card section I want to style this FAB class. So I'll just separate using comma here. Here I'm going to write FAB class. Okay, for this I'm just going to give the color. I'll just give my main color, that is variable. I'll just give here main. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see my font color is been changed now. Now for this I'm just going to increase the font size. I'll just give here font size of 4 rem. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see I'm having this icons here. I have this 4 rem of font size. My color is been changed, and here I have this heading and button. Okay, now once we are done with this section, now we are going to style our footer. Okay, inside footer you can see I'm having this 3 sections here. First is on my left side, second is middle, and third is my right side, and below this I'm having this all rights reserved heading here. Okay, you can see I'm having this text here. Okay, so for that we are going to style that one. Inside index.html, here I'll just write one comment. I'll give the comment as section 7, that is nothing but our footer. Below this I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as footer container. Okay, you can give any class names. Inside this footer container, okay, this entire 3 divs, okay, this one, this is my second div, and this is my third div. Okay, these 3 divs are wrapped in another div container. I'll just write one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as footer. Inside this div container I am having 3 divs. Okay, first is my left side, so I'll just give here footer left. Below this I'm just going to write here footer middle. I'll just write here footer middle, and finally I have here footer right. I'll just remove this. I'll just write here footer right. Okay, inside this div container I am having this 3 divs, and inside this outside div container, first I am having this child, and second I will be having this all right reserved. Okay, now inside this footer left, I'll just come here. Here you can see I am having all this content here. I'll just copy this one, and here I am going to paste that one. I'll just remove this extra spaces from here. I'll just write here paragraph into 5. Now inside each paragraph I'm just going to paste that one. I'll copy this. Here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll just paste that one. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'll just remove this entire thing from here. Okay, now once we are done with our left part, I'll just show you the output. I'll just refresh this. Now you can see here below this I'm having all this content here. Okay, next I'm having this section. For this we are going to create now that is our middle section, and inside this middle first I'm having paragraph. Okay, you can see here first I'm having this paragraph, first paragraph. I'll just copy this first paragraph from here. Then I'm having this 2 HR lines. I'll just paste that one, and below this I'm just going to give here HR. I want 2 lines, so I'll just give here HR into 2. I'll be having 2 HR lines, and below this I'm having one more paragraph. I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste that one. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh my project, here you can see below this I'm having this 2 paragraphs and 2 HR lines. Okay, next I'm having this download app and this 2 icons. So inside this right div container, first I'll just write h1, and here I'm just going to give here download app. Below this I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as app, and inside this I'm having 2 icons. So here I'll just give here FAB. Okay, I need 2 icons, and for each I'm having this FAB class. Okay, now inside this first icon I'm just going to give one more class name, that is nothing but FA Google Play. I'll just write that one, Google Play. And for this second icon I'm just going to give FA-Apple. I'll save this. Now if I just come to my project, I'll refresh this one. Now here you can see I'm having this download app. Here I'm having this Apple icon, but Google Play icon I didn't get. I'll just check for that. Here I'm having this FAB, Google Play. I'll just write the proper spelling here. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, okay, here I'm having this icon, both the icons, Google Play and also Apple. Below this div container, I'm having one paragraph, and for this paragraph I'll just write that one, all rights reserved. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. And also for this paragraph I'll just give the class I'm just going to give here copyright. I'll save this, and now here you can see I'll just refresh this one. Now below this I'm having this all rights reserved. Okay, now once we are done with our HTML, we are done with our structure now. Now we are going to style this one. Okay, so for that I'll just come here, I'll copy this footer container class, and inside style.css I'm just going to write one comment. I'll just write here section 7. Below this I'll be pasting that class. For this I'm just going to give background color. Background color is nothing but our variable black 1. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see this footer is black color now. Once I give the footer as black, I have to give the color as white, only then I can see my output. Color I'm just going to give here white 1. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see my color is white now. For this I'm just going to give margin. I'll just give only on top, margin top of 2em. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see I'm having margin top of 2em for my footer. Now once we are done with this footer container, I'll come to index.html. Here I'll just copy this footer class which is having all 3 div containers, and here I'll be pasting that footer class. Okay, for this I have to give display to be flex, only then all my containers will come in horizontal row. Now all are on top of each other. Now if I refresh this one, you can see all the 3 div containers are side by side. Okay, here we are going to fix this one. This is my first div container, this is my second div container, this is my third div container, and this I have to paste below this one. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this all right reserved below, and here I'm having this 3 div containers. Now for this we are going to style that one. Now below this I'll just give a justify content to be space around, and also I'll be giving align items to be center. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see whatever space I was having at the end, that is been divided between the elements, and align items I got center. For this I'll just give padding. You can see from inside I don't have any padding, so for that I'm just going to give padding. Okay, padding 1.5 em on top and bottom, and left and right I'll just give 0. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see I got padding of 1.5 em on top and bottom, and left and right I didn't get anything. Now for this I'm just going to give one more property, that is nothing but our flex wrap to be wrap, so that in my smaller screen devices it is going to wrap. Okay, now if I just refresh this, you will not see any effect, but in my smaller screen devices it is going to wrap by itself. Now next, inside this footer left class I'm just going to style my paragraphs. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that class, and I want to style my paragraphs. For this I'm just going to give the font size. Font size I'll just increase 1.1 rem. Inside index.html I'll copy this footer middle, and here I'm going to paste that one, and inside this I'm going to style my paragraphs. For this I'm just going to give margin top and bottom of 0.5 em, because you can see here my paragraphs are touching to this line, so I'm just giving here margin top and bottom of 0.5 em, and left and right I'll just give 0. Now if I show you the output, you can see I got margin, I got some spacing from top and bottom for my paragraphs. Now I'm just going to style my HRs. I'll just copy this. Here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just style HR. Okay, that is my horizontal rule. For this, first I'll just give here width to be 50%. I'll save this. Now it's taking complete 100% of that div. Now if I refresh this, you can see it is taking 50% of that container. Now I want that in the middle, so for that I'm just going to give here top and bottom I'll just give here 0.2 em, and left and right I'll just give auto, so that my horizontal lines will come in center. Now if I refresh this, you can see I got margin of 0.2 em, and these are in the middle now. Now once we are done with this, I'll come to index.html. I'll copy this footer right, and here I'll be pasting that one, and I want to style my h1. For my h1 I'm just going to give the font family. I'll just come here, I'll copy this font family from here, and here I'll be pasting that font family. I'll just refresh this. Now you can see the font family is been applied. Now we are going to style our apps. I'll come here, I'll copy this class, app class, and here I'll be pasting that class. First I'll just give a text align to be center. I'll just give a center. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see my icons have come in the middle. And also I'm just going to give some margin from above. Margin, I'll just give here 1 em, and left and right I'll just give 0. Now if I refresh this, you can see I got margin of 1 em on top and bottom, and left and right I didn't get anything. Style my icons. You can see for both the icons I have FAB class. I'll just copy this one, and inside this app I want to style that icons. Okay, for this icon first I'm just going to give the color. Color I'll be giving my variable, that is main color. I'll just give here main color. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see here the color is being changed. For this I'm just going to give the font size of 2 rem. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see the font size has been decreased, and also I'm just going to give margin left for this. I'll just give here margin left of 0.5 em. Okay, so that my icons will not get stuck. You can see here I don't have any margin for my icons. Now here I am having margin left of 0.5 em for both the icons. Now next we are left with our copyright. I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste that copyright. Okay, for this first I'll just give a text align to be center. Text align, I'll just give a center. I'll save this. Now here as soon as I refresh this, you can see that all right reserved have come in the middle. Okay, for this I'm just going to increase the font size. From here I'll just copy this font size from here. I'll copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that font size. And also I'm just going to give here padding bottom of 0.4 em. I'll save this. Here you can see here I don't have any padding for this. As soon as I refresh this one, you can see I got padding bottom of 0.4 rem. Next I'm just going to give here font weight to be bold. I'll save this. I'll just refresh this one. Here I am having this font weight to be bold. Here in my project, if you see, I am having this text shadow for this, which means that I am just giving some border for this. Here I have already written this code. I'll just copy this one, and here I am just going to paste that one. Okay, this is for horizontal, this is for vertical, and this is the color whatever I have given. Okay, I am just passing this 4 values because on all the 4 sides the border will be applied, and I'll be getting the slight border. Okay, light border. Okay, you can just refer this one, you don't have to by heart this. Okay, this is the first value whatever I have given, then this will be the second value, then that will be the third and fourth. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this, here you can see I am having this border here, okay, for my all rights reserved. Okay, now we are done with this footer section. We are done with this enrollment procedure section, expert section, this article section, our blog section, and this entire main section. Okay, now once we are done styling in our larger screen devices, now we are going to make this style responsive, and we will make it look attractive in our smaller screen devices as well. Okay, now if I just inspect this one, here you can see in my smaller screen device it is not looking good at all. Here I'll just reduce this. You can see in my smaller screen device it's not looking good. Okay, everything is squeezed up and it's not looking, okay, it's not at all good in my smaller screen devices. You can see it's not at all good. But here if I just inspect this, here you can see it's completely responsive. It is looking good in all the screen devices. Now if I just show you in some other mobile devices, you can see it's completely responsive. Now we are going to make this one. Here you can see I am having this section, home, about, gallery. Okay, you can see at one particular point I will be getting this home, about, and services. Okay, now we are going to make our design responsive. Okay, so to make our design responsive, I am just going to create separate file, and that file I will be linking inside index.html. Okay, so for that, here I am just going to, I'll just do Control B. I'll create one file inside CSS. I'll just give here responsive. Okay, you can keep the styles in the same CSS file, but I'm just going to give in separate file, and this file I'll be linking inside index.html. Okay, below this CSS link, I'm just going to link that file, and instead of this style, I'll just give here responsive. Okay, now we are going to apply the styles, all the media queries in this particular file. Okay, now we will start writing our media queries. Here if I just come, okay, if I just come to a particular breakpoint, okay, you can see here my button is not looking good. Okay, now we are going to style that one. Now inside this first I'll be writing one media query. I'll just write this media query syntax. You have to write like this: media screen, and I'm just going to give the maximum width. I'll just give here maximum width to be 1100 pixel. I'll just come to index.html. I'll just copy this Navbar class, and here I'm just going to paste that class. Okay, for this class first I'll just give maximum width. I'm just going to give here 1000 pixel. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see it has taken maximum width of 1000 pixel. Once I hit this particular point, okay, it has taken maximum width of 1000 pixel. Now I'll just give the background color. Let me give this green color. I'll refresh this. Now you can see this is my container. At one particular point it is taking 1000 pixel as its maximum width. Okay, here I got this maximum width. You can see I'm having this this white color here. I'll just refresh this again. I'll just inspect this one. Now you can see here I'm having this maximum width of 1000 pixel here. Okay, I have this space left side, and also on my right side I'm having this white color here. Okay, now once we are done with this, I'll just copy this entire same thing, and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of this 1100 I'll just give here 990 pixel. Navbar, I'll just give the maximum width to be 800 pixel, and also I'm just going to give this color to be red. I'll save this. I'll just refresh this one. Now once I hit, you can see I'm having this color, and maximum width is 800 pixel, and here I'm having left and right side. You can see white color I'm having here. Now for this I'm just going to give some padding. Top and bottom I'll just give here 0.5 m, and left and right also 0.5 m. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I got some padding for my Navbar. I'm just going to reduce the font size for this. At this particular breakpoint I'm just going to give here HTML, and inside this I'll just give this font size. I'm just going to give here 14 pixel. Okay, by default we will be having 16 pixel, and because I have used ems and rems in my project, I'm directly changing the font size in my root, that is my parent. Now if I refresh this, you can see the font size has been decreased now. Okay, for it is been adjusted by itself. I don't have to change the font size for each element. Because of using ems and rems, I just have to change inside this parent. It is going to handle everything. Now below this navbar, I'll just come to index.html. I'll copy this container, right side container, and here I'm just going to paste that class. Okay, for this class I'll just give the width I'm just going to give here 20%. I'm just styling my button container, and also I'll just give here text align. I'll just give here text align to be right. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see my button is perfectly aligned, and here I have this button. Okay, if I just don't give here text right, I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this button here. So I want here, so I'm just giving here text align to be right. I'll just refresh this one. Now here I'll be having this button. Now once we are done with this button, now we'll come to this section. Here you can see I'm having this very large padding. So for that, inside index.html, I'll just copy this main container text class. I'll just come here, and here I'm just going to paste that class. Okay, for this I'll just give the padding, and padding I'm just going to reduce. I'll just give here 3m on top and bottom, and left and right I'll just give 0. Okay, now if I refresh this, here you can see I'm having this text on the middle, and here it's perfectly aligned. Okay, from here I'm just going to remove this background colors. I'll just remove this, and also I'll be removing this background color. Now if I refresh this, here you can see I'm having this navbar, and my container is settled now. Okay, now everything is looking good in my at this particular point, everything is fine. Now I'm just going to reduce this. Now I'll be giving one more. Okay, you can see it's not looking good in this particular section. So for that we are going to style now. Here I'll just copy this entire media query from here, and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of this I'll just give it 768 pixel. Okay, you can give any breakpoints based on your requirement, and for this I'll just give the HTML. Okay, I'll just copy this. I'm just going to decrease the font size. I'll just paste that one, and here I'm just going to give here 12 pixel. I'll just remove this nav bar from here as of now. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this, you can see the font size has been decreased for everything. Okay, by default, because of M's and M's, the font size has been applied to all my content here. Okay, now if I just hit that particular screen device, you can see the font size is getting increased, and once I hit 768, you can see the font size has been adjusted by itself. Now here in my smaller screen devices, okay, in this particular screen I don't want this to be visible. Okay, this UL list, instead of that I want my this one, okay, hamburger should be visible. So inside index.html, for hamburger I have given this ID. I'll just copy this ID, and here I'm just going to paste that ID, and here I'm just going to give display to be block. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see my hamburger is visible here, but I don't want this list items, okay, this home, about, I don't want that should be visible. So for that I'll be styling my UL now. Okay, I'll just copy this UL, and here I'll be pasting that UL. Okay, inside this UL, first I'll just give here flex direction. Okay, I'll just give here flex direction to be column. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see all my container, all my UL list has come here because I have given flex direction to be column. And also I'm just going to give the height. I'll be giving 100 view height. I'm just telling it should cover complete 100 view height of my screen. Now you can see it's taking complete 100% of my screen. Now here I'll just give this position property. Position I'm just going to give here absolute, which means that it will be relative to the parent, and the parent is nothing but our body. Okay, now here I don't have anything, I can't see anything, but here if you see here, slightly gallery is visible. Once we use position, we will be getting 4 more properties, that is nothing but top, right, bottom and left. So here I'll just give here top, I'll just give 0, and also left I'll just give 0. Background color, I'll be giving this variable, and my variable is nothing but black 2. I'll save this. Now I'll just come here. Now if I refresh this one, here you can see this gradient, okay, this overlay, and this is my background color, and top is 0 and left is 0. Now once I'm done with this, I'm just going to give the color. I'll be giving variable. I'll just give this white. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, okay, the color is not been applied. We have to give the color to our anchor tag. Okay, I'll just remove the color from here, and also I'm just going to give here text align. I'll just give here center. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, okay, you can't see this effect. Okay, but my text has come in the middle. Okay, before that I'm just going to style my anchor tag so that we can see our list items. I'll just give here anchor tag, and for this I'm just going to give the color. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, now if I just show you the output, I'll just refresh this. Now here you can see I'm having this list items. If I just don't give this text align to be center, okay, all way on my left side, so I just gave a text align to be center so that they will come in the center. I'll just refresh this. Now once they have come in the center, for my UL list, I'm just going to give the width. I'll be giving here 40%. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see it has taken 40% of the width, and also I'm just going to give here justify content. I'll just give here space around. Now I'll be styling my UL, that I'll be styling my list items. Inside this list items, I'm just going to give here margin. I'll just give margin top of 1.5 m. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this, okay, for all my list items I got margin top of 1.5 m. We are done with our anchor tag. I have just given the color for my anchor tag. Okay, here you can see my button is not looking good. So inside index.html, for this button I'm just going to give one more class. I'll just give the class as response btn. Okay, which means that for responsiveness I'm just giving this button class. I'll just copy this, and here I'm just going to paste that one. I'll just format the document. Now inside this rest button, I'll just give here display to be none. Display I'm just going to give none. Okay, in my smaller screen devices I don't want that button should be displayed. I'll refresh this. Now here I have this one. Now inside index.html, I'll just copy this main container class, and here I'll be pasting that main container class. I'll just come here. Now here I'm just going to paste that one, and for this I'll just give here height. Okay, in my larger screen devices I have given 90 view height. Here I'll just give 60 view height. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see my image is taking 60 view height. Now next I'll be styling this main container text. I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste that class, and for this I'll just give padding from top and bottom of 7 em. I'll just give here 7 em, and left and right I'll just give 0. Now if I show you the output, here you can see I'm having this output, but my button and everything has gone below. I'll just remove this padding from here. Now if I refresh this, here I have this output. I'll just give the width as 80 view height. Now if I refresh this one, okay, here I have this output and it's working completely fine. Now inside index.html, I'll just copy this cards. I'll just open this section, and here I'm just going to copy this cards, because you can see here my cards is not looking good in my smaller screen devices. So for that I'll just paste that cards here, and inside this cards I'm just going to give here align items to be center. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see my items are aligned correctly, but here for this card, okay, whatever card I am having here, I'll just copy this one, and here I'll just paste that card here. I'll just come on top, and here I'll be pasting that card, and for this I'm just going to give width I'll be giving 45%. As soon as I give 45%, my two cards will take 45, total 90 they are going to cover, and the third card will come below, because we have already given flex wrap to be wrapped in my larger screen devices. I'll refresh this. Now you can see I'm having this two cards, and my second card is below here. Okay, here I'm having this, okay, and for this also this styles will be applied, because I have used the same classes. Okay, now here for this I'm just going to give margin bottom. I'll just give here margin bottom of 0.5 em. I'll save this, and now here you can see I don't have any margin from below. As soon as I refresh, I have some margin. Let me just give here 1 em. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this, okay, I have 1 em margin from bottom. Now once I am done with this, now we are going to style our articles card. Okay, here I'll just come down. Now I'm just going to copy this article card. Here I'll just paste that card here. Okay, for this I'm just going to give here flex direction. Let me just give here flex direction to be column reverse. I'll save this. Now you can see here, first I'm having this image, next I'm having this text. As soon as I refresh this one, first here I'm having this text here, images, and next I'm having this text here. And also I'm just going to give one more property, that is nothing but align items to be center. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, okay, these are aligned properly, but still I have just given for safer side. Now next we are just going to give our image to be none. Okay, in my smaller screen devices I don't want my image should be visible, so here I'll just give here display to be none. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I don't have any images and my text is here. Okay, our article section is also responsive now. Now we are going to style this section, expert section. Now inside index.html, I'll just come down. I am just going to copy this teachers cards class, and here I'll be pasting that class. Okay, for this I'm just going to give some margin. I'll just give here margin bottom of 3 em. I'll save this. Now here you can see I don't have any margin. I have little margin, but in my smaller screen devices I want some more margin, so I have given some margin bottom. Now I'll just come to index.html. I'll copy this class teacher card, and here I'm just going to paste that one. For my card, I'll just give here width to be 40%, which means that my two cards will take 40%, total 80% will be covered, and rest 20% will be left out. So third card will come below and that will be wrapped. Now if I just refresh this, you can see here first I'm having this first card, second card, and these images are overlapping each other. Okay, so for that, below this I'm just going to give here margin 1 em on top and bottom, margin 1 em. I'll just give here auto on left and right, and bottom I'll just give 0. Now if I refresh this one, okay, here I have some margin for my images. I am just going to increase the margin. I'll just give here 3. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, here I have some margin for my images, and also here it's perfectly aligned properly. Okay, now once we style the image, then we are going to reduce the margin. I'll just copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that one, and I'll be styling my image. For my image, I'll just reduce the width. I'll just give the width as 60%. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see my images are taking 60% of the width, but in my smaller screen devices, I want my image inside this box. So for that, I'm just going to give, I'll just give here margin of 1 em on top and I'll just give margin for my image 1 em on top, left and right I'll just give here auto, and bottom I'll just give 0. Okay, now from here, instead of giving this margin, I'll just give here margin bottom of 1 em. Okay, let's see for the output now. Now if I refresh this, here you can see my images are inside this container, and here I am having this margin. Okay, let me just increase the margin for this. I'll just give here 3. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, okay, here I have this margin of 3 em, and I am having my images inside this container, and my images width is 30% now. Okay, 60% now. Now once we are done with our images, okay, this styles has been applied because we have used the same classes whatever we have used inside our blog section. Now we are going to style our footer. I'll just come to index.html. I'll copy this footer left. I'll just come down. I'll just copy this class, and here I'm going to paste that class. Inside this, I'll just give the width for this class. Width I'm just going to give here 30%. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see it has taken 30% of the width, and my download app has come below. Now I'll be copying this footer middle. I'll copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one, and for this I'm just going to give the width. I'll copy this. Here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of 30, I'll just give here 45. Now if I refresh this, here you can see it's taking 45%, it's taking 30%, and rest 30 plus 45, total it has taken 75%, and rest 25 it's been taken by my right container. Okay, I don't want that. So for that, I'll just come to index.html. I'll just copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class, and for this I'll copy this one, and for this I'll just give the width as 100%. It should take complete 100% of the width. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I am having this download app, and it's taking complete 100% of the width. Now I'll be styling my h1 inside this footer right. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll be styling my h1. I'll just write h1 here. And for this h1, I'm just going to give here text align to be center. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see my text has come in the middle now. And also I'm just going to give margin. I'll just remove this. I'll just give some spacing here. I'll just give here margin. I want margin only from top, so margin top of 0.5 em. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see I got margin of 0.5 em. Okay, now once we are done for our tablet view, now we will be styling for our mobile view, and also we are going to fix this one. Once I click on this button, only then it should work. Okay, now I am going to give one more breakpoint. You can see in my smaller screen it's not looking good, it's not responsive. Now we are going to add one more breakpoint. Before that, we are going to style this one. Okay, whenever I click on this button, only then this should appear, or else this should not be visible to me. So for that, inside my UL, for this I'll just give the opacity. I'm just going to give here 0. I'll refresh this. Now you can see it's not visible. I can't see this one. Okay, so for that, inside index.html, I'll just come to index.html, and for my menu bar, I'll just come on top. Here you can see here for my lines, I have just given this class. For my UL, I'll just give the ID. I'll give the ID as menu items. I'll just copy this class, and inside script.js, we are going to write the code now. First, let me just give here alert, and I'll just check whether it is working or not. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, yeah, it's working. You can see I got this alert with 1. Okay, now I'll just remove that alert. Inside this, I'll just create one variable. I'll paste that variable whatever I have copied, and also I'm just going to create one more variable for my menu bar. I'll just write my menu bar, and here I'll just write this document document dot get element by id, and inside this I'm just going to paste the id whatever I am having. Okay, first id is this one. I'll copy this, and this id is for my ul list items, and this id is for my hamburger menu, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, I'll just check for the id name. Okay, here if I just show you, okay, I have this menu bar. Okay, here also I have written menu bar. Okay, now once I give this one, okay, now for this menu bar we are going to add one event listener. I'll just copy this menu bar. Whenever I click on this, only then this should work. Okay, here I'll be adding this add event listener, and inside this I'll be adding this click functionality, which means that whenever I click on this button, only then it should work. Okay, here using this fat arrow function I'll be writing the code. Okay, this is called as fat arrow function. Now here inside this I'll just check one condition. If my menu items, I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. If my menu items style dot opacity, if it is triple equal to 0, okay, that is 0, we have already given that 0. I'm just going to change the style to 1. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just give the opacity as 1, and here I'm just going to give equal to sign. Else I'll copy the same thing. Here I'll be pasting that one, and here instead of this I'll just give a 0. I'll save this. Now you can see here when I click on this button, I'm getting this menu bar, but it's too quick here. Responsive.css, inside this ul at media query 768, I'm just going to add transition for this. I'll just add transition. Transition I'll be adding for all. I'll just give here 0.5 seconds, and I'll be giving here easy in. I'll save this. I'll just come to my project. I'll refresh this one. Now we are going to style this one. Okay, don't worry. Now when I click on this, you can see I'm getting this transition effect as well. Okay, whenever I click on this, I'm getting this one. And at one particular point, you can see my hamburger is not visible, and I have this list items here. Again, at one particular point, my hamburger is visible, and here I have this output. When I click on this, okay, it's working. Okay, now we are going to write the media query for our small screen devices. Here I'll just copy this syntax from here, and below this I'll be pasting the syntax. I'll just close my media query, and instead of 768 I'll just give here 568. Now at this breakpoint I want to change the font size. I'll just come here, I'll copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste that one, and instead of 12 I'll just give here 11.5. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see the font size has been decreased for that particular section. And now once I hit that particular section, you can see the font size will be increased. Now once I hit 568, you see it clearly. Okay, you can see the font size has been decreased now. I'll just come on top. Now first we are going to style our logo. Here inside index.html, for my logo I have given the class as logo. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that class, and for this I'm just going to increase the width. I'll be giving 50%. Now if I refresh this one, you can see it's taking 50% of the width. Next I'll just come to index.html. I'll just copy this class, line class, and here I'll be pasting that class. I'll just format the document. Now inside this I'm just going to give the top, I'll just give here top 18 pixel, and also I'm just going to give right I'll be giving 10 pixel. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I am having this line here. Okay, only one line here. We are going to style that one. I'll just copy this to class. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. For this I'll just give top. I'll just copy this one, and I'll be pasting that one. Instead of 18 I'll just give here 23. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output, you can see I'm having this 1 and 2 lines. Now finally I'll just copy this 3, and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of this 23 I'll just copy this. Here I'll be pasting that one. Instead of 23 I'll just give here 28. Okay, I'm just increasing by 5. 18 plus 5 23, 23 plus 5 28 pixel. Now if I refresh this, you can see I'm having this 3 lines, and here I'm having this menu bar. Now once I click on this, you can see I'm having this list items here. I'll just come to index.html. Next I have to style my card. I'll copy this card. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll just paste that one. And here if you see the output, you can see in my smaller screen devices, I don't want 2 cards, I want only 1 card. So for that, I am just going to increase the width. Width I will be giving 75%. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see my card is taking 75%, and here I am having this output. I'll come to index.html. In the same way, I'll just copy this teacher's card. I'll just come below, I'll just copy this teacher card, and here I'll be pasting that one, and for this I'll just give the width to be 60%. I'll save this, and now if I just show you without refreshing, you can see I'm having this 2 cards. As soon as I refresh this, you can see I'm having 1 card on top of each other. And now we are going to style our footer. Okay, here you can see I am having this footer. I'll just come here, index.html, I'll just copy this footer, I'll just copy this one. Okay, I'm just going to copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just give here flex direction to be column. I'll just give here column. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see my flex direction is column now, and all are on top of each other. I'll come to index.html, I'll copy this class, footer left, and here I'll be pasting that class. For this footer left, I'll just give here margin bottom of 0.5 em. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, okay, I got margin bottom of 0.5 em. Next, I'm just going to give here text align to be center. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see here my text is in the center now. I'll come to index.html, I'll copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class, and for this class I'll just give here display to be none. Display I'll just give here none. Okay, I don't want that should be visible in my smaller screen devices. I'll just give here display to be none. As soon as I refresh this, you can see that paragraph will go, and I have only this left and right side. I'll just come to index.html, I'll copy this footer right, and here I'll be pasting that footer right, and for this I'll just give the width I'll be giving complete 100%. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'll not be having any effect, but it is taking complete 100%. If you don't give, then also it's fine. Finally, we are going to style our h1. I'll just copy this class, and here I'll be pasting that class. I'll just style h1. Okay, inside this h1, I'm just going to give the text align. I'll just give it text align to be center, and also I'll be giving margin top. Margin top I'll give here 0.5 em. I'll save this. Now if I don't give text align, then also no problem. Now if I refresh this, here I have this margin top. I'll just remove this text align to be center. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I'm having this output. Okay, in my smaller screen devices I'm having this output. Okay, if you want, you can just reduce this headings here. Okay, reduce the size of the headings. And now we are done with styling this website. You can see we are having the sections, our blogs, experts, enrollment, and footer. Okay, if I just inspect this one, if I show you in mobile devices, here you can see in MotoJo it will look like this. In Galaxy it will look like this. Okay, you can see here I am having this output, and in Pixels 2 I will be having this output, and in Galaxy Fold I will be having this output. Okay, it's completely responsive. If I just do here, okay, you can see it's completely responsive, and at one particular point all the cards will come. I'll just give it 100%, and at one particular point I'll be having two cards, and finally I'll be having 1 card here. Okay, this is how we are going to make our code and website responsive. At one particular point, you can see here I am having this menu bar. If I click on this, you can see I am having this list items here. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial. Okay, now you practice this one, start exploring, make more advanced level projects using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, and just keep learning. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.